No veteran deserves, or nobody deserves to not have a home. No veteran especially deserves to not have a roof over their head. They fought for our country. It's important that we take care of them. They may have some trauma or traumatic brain injury or mental health issues or alcohol and drug abuse issues now from coping with what they had to do during their service. And now they come back and they struggle, and maybe for a few years they make it through, and now they're coming to us and they've lost their homes. And they were there for us. We need to be there for them.
We founded Veterans First back in September of 2022 with our mission of circling back and helping some veterans that just need a little support.
Well, I'm a veteran, and for the last 6 years, I worked at the Brown County Veteran Service Office, and I was taking the phone calls. Every day I took about 30 calls, and about a third of them were from veterans. I'm losing my home. I can't afford my rent. I need help. We have to do something about this. We have to help them. We have to create a village for them. We have to create a home for them. We have to give them some hope here. We have to give them services to help them become self-sufficient again.
Veterans First is a tiny home initiative that is designed to provide both housing solution to our veterans, but also pair that with supportive solutions. Essentially, we want each tenant in the tiny homes to be surrounded by a support web where they're going to be able to have access to life services, skilled trainings, employment services, other people who have a specialty that can come alongside that veteran and vouch for them to be able to build credit, build confidence, build rental history, and start to really put stable blocks in place for a foundation of long-term stability.
Our philosophy is that we have to give them a safe, secure place to live first, and then address their needs, whatever type of counseling, whatever type of job education, financial education. We're going to try to meet them where they're at and give them the services they need at that point. Our plan is to have 21 homes when it's all said and done. We're going to be building 7 homes in 3 phases. And the homes most of them will be 400 square feet, 1-bedroom units. So they'll have their own kitchen, own bathroom. The first 7 will have solar on them, so they'll be energy efficient, help us be sustainable in the long run. The veterans will have a place to go to call their own in these homes, but there will also be community centers, so we can have a good mix. They can come together for camaraderie, but then they can have their own space in order to pull back and regroup a little bit.
Veterans First is in a really unique position to be able to interconnect a lot of supportive services on site for the residents that will be living there. While each individual may have their own home, their own space that they're responsible for, they'll be able to walk out their front door and go to the community center to access mental health services, someone to help with application services or interview help and things like that. So instead of creating a resource river where you're sending them to a different location for each thing they need, they'll have the unique opportunity to be able to access all of those things from their own home neighborhood.
I feel like this program is unique. There's a lot of these services offered, but not under one roof. It really takes a lot for a veteran to go out and explore all their different opportunities. So not only do they have these services right where they're going to be living, they have access, they're on the bus route, so they have access to go to obtain their health care. They can go and obtain their education. So I'm not aware of any other program that offers everything right in-house and makes everything so accessible for them. All of the veterans, spouses, dependents have access to all of our services that we offer on campus. So that is anywhere from career services that we have helping them decide what they want to do in the first place. So that could be assessments, learning their interest, and then helping them get into a program. It could be helping them with jobs, resumes, interview skills. We even have a career closet, so if they need clothing to get a job. So it's anywhere from exploration to employment at the end. And then our department in Veteran Services is really there to be the connector. So we work with a lot of community agencies as well.
Associated Bank is very involved with veteran affairs in general. A lot of our employees are veterans, so we have an internal veterans colleague resource group that provides assistance to the veterans that we hire, and we also, part of our mission is to go out and provide community outreach to veterans in the communities that we serve. So we have a pretty robust curriculum, and then we'll start, you got to walk before you can run, so we'll start with just the basics of family budgeting, debt reduction, how to balance a checkbook, just the basics of a household budgeting. And then as we get more advanced, we'll go into like, why is your credit score important? How do we raise your credit score? What are the scams and what are the identity theft people out there? What are the bad guys doing in the community? How can we avoid you with being a victim for them? And then even more advanced, investing, retirement savings, saving for a house, paying off student loans. So we have an entire basically step-by-step curriculum to help people along. We're trying to educate them and help prepare them, for the things that happen in everybody's life.
I think it's such an important issue, and I think that there are so many facets to the whole, suicide issue. It's multiplied and complicated with the veterans, and I think part of it is if we can get a person walking alongside of them, hopefully a mentor or a squad leader, or Gail or myself, I think that's going to be a huge help. If we can get to the point where they trust somebody else and trust us, we can open up that line of communication so that they feel comfortable talking where they're at. Any negative thoughts they have, we can address. If we can give them a family environment, I think it's going to be a win.
Veterans, again, deserve our help. They deserve this. There's some basic things in the world that I think everybody should have, and one of them is housing. Not only that, though, to have the life that they want to live, a quality life.